So as you might hear, there's wind chimes in the background.
It's going nuts right now.
It's pretty windy out here in Seattle, but also there's wind chimes that are way too fucking loud by my apartment. And I just went outside to talk to a neighbor that knows the people who own this wind chime and politely asked them to tell their neighbor to fucking stop it.
It's real loud. I just can't believe it. Like, I mean, the door's shut. We're inside.
We're inside an apartment that's not with wind chimes. And yet we hear wind chimes with the doors shut and the windows shut.
And it's not even your direct next door neighbor. It's a few doors down.
It's a few doors down. So you might hear it in this episode, but fucking deal with it. We are. Hey, that voice is Kinsey Burke.
Hi, I'm Kinsey Burke, and I'm back again, your unofficial video game break co-host.
No, it's unofficial official.
Unofficial official.
Yeah, then it makes it sound real, though. See, there's the wind chimes.
Yeah,
I wonder if we can hear more than they can hear them on the mics.
Probably. I'm going to go out on a limb and say definitely. But
well, if you can't hear them at all, they're like, what are you guys talking about? What imaginary wind chimes were you listening to? We're going to talk about a couple things in what we're playing, and then we're going to do some news. We were supposed to have Kristen Borman, but she couldn't make it. We were going to reschedule her. She's awesome. We're going to have her on another time.
I'm really excited to meet her.
Yeah, it was going to be now, and it'll be later now. And then next week we have... What's next week? You know this, don't you? Anthony Gallegos.
Yeah.
And Nate from SRGE, a friend of ours.
And I'm pretty sure Kinsey's in parentheses. It's a maybe.
Kinsey's a maybe for that episode.
If you guys out there listening think that I should be on that podcast, go ahead and...
What are they going to do?
You're going to tweet at us.
Vote for you or something?
They're going to vote for Kinsey. Hashtag Team Kinsey at Video Game Break.
Okay.
On the Twitters.
Okay. If you want her on the episode.
That was so disjointed.
But anyways, after that, we're shooting with John Fitzgerald and John Riggs. Good friends we met through different places, comedy and video games. And Kinsey will be on that one. That'll be our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And then we're doing more stuff in January. There's it's pretty much booked till the middle of January. So we're excited. Lots of stuff.
Very exciting.
Let's get into this podcast, which is episode 36 already.
Woo!
Yeah, we're up to that. And we'll talk about Dragon Age for a minute because that's all I'm playing.
Oh, God. I love Dragon Age. I just can't help. I can't help it. I can't even talk.
You can't even
speechless.
talk. You're speechless. Well, and it's so fun because it must be fun for you when you try to get me to play that series for so long, and I was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, it's probably been maybe over a year that I've been telling you to play Dragon Age.
Well, again, to my defense, even Dragon Age Origins, which I will finish at some point, had that kind of thing that I didn't like, where I had to manage my party, and it got a little hectic, and I always seemed to have somebody die because I wasn't tacticking it up enough.
People can die. It's all right. You just don't want everybody to die.
Right. I didn't know that, by the way, especially even in this game, and some people don't even know that now. But when you're playing Dragon Age Inquisition, you can have everybody die except one person, and then they just come back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, see, usually, certain places you can't do this, but if everyone's dead and there's one person left, I'm like, fuck it, and I just run away.
Oh, yeah,
and then eventually everybody comes back, and they're following you again.
Yeah. That losing the feeling of the world, because that stuff kind of bothers me at times. You're like, it's okay. Because we talked about this. If it was a Phoenix Down, or if it was some sort of actually, no, some of the magician people do revive.
Eventually.
Yeah, there's a revive kind of spell. Mm-hmm. But you can just also do it by just walking it over the person and being like, get up.
Yeah. You have to hold X.
Hold the button down and dude, it's not that bad of an injury. Just get up.
It's cool because I'm a rogue, so I can go invisible. And that's if everyone dies but me, and I can't really get away, I'll go invisible and I'll start reviving people.
Oh, nice. Oh, the silent reviver.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the name of the podcast.
This sounds like a fart joke.
The silent... Oh, now it does. It didn't. Oh, it didn't until you said that.
Sorry.
I was thinking more like the silent reviver, like a silent assassin. Oh, that's it. Shit, never mind. Shit. Pun intended. So Dragon Age is amazing. I wanted to mention this at the top of the show. Some of you might have seen my tweets. At some point, PSN went down, servers were down, and I couldn't play Dragon Age Inquisition. And it was at the exact moment on a Sunday afternoon that I had time to play a bunch of it. And I actually looked at a tweet. Sometimes I do this. I don't know if you guys do out there on the internets, but I'll do hashtag Dragon Age or something I'm into. Or like PSN's happening and the servers are down, so I would hashtag PSN and see what people are saying, people I don't even know. And then just sympathize with them or like commiserate, you know? So some guy was like, dude, we just got the kids down to bed. Like, Aww. They're finally sleeping. We're going to play Dragon Age and we can't. And I was like, oh.
It's so disheartening.
It is. And it's because it's not a fucking physical disc.
You know what I could have probably done that day? Play Dragon Age, because I have the disc.
Although you have the disc, but doesn't it still check the servers?
It does.
Oh,
you're right.
Never mind.
I didn't try to play that day, though.
Wait, but there's still games out there, like Escape from Dead Island, which I'm still trying to finish. Sorry. And I'm going to give it to you next. That's a disc. Like, we don't have to check anything.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's definitely something to say about that. Because, I mean, if I bought the $60 game, like, especially, I mean, with things like Destiny, I got kicked off the servers all the time.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense because it's, like, an online game. There's other people. Whatever. But there should be, like, some sort of offline mode for, like, every game. Like, why does Dragon Age need to connect to the internet? Because there's no online functions besides, like, you can get stuff in your little box or the multiplayer. Like, that's it.
Yeah, and every day, like, I spend 5-6 hours in a session or something crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm insane for that game. And that whole time, I didn't need the internet. I needed my save game, which could be on a fucking huge hard drive that I have. And that's it. Yeah, I don't need to connect to the servers. And every time you start the game, it connects to the servers.
And it takes forever.
Yeah. We need to check something out for a minute. All right, you can play it. But yeah, I literally, in the middle of the game, it goes, just so you know, the game's going to shut down in 15 minutes.
What?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
And I go, no.
I think I would have, like, started crying.
I was maybe close. But I go, no. And then I was like, maybe it's just turn it off and on again kind of thing. Like, maybe it's some weird license issue, glitch. So I turned it off and turned it back on and started playing. It goes, 5 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, fuck you. And then then I, again, didn't want to, like, see it happen. I was like, maybe if I go to the menu and then come back. So I went to the menu around the 5-minute area, and then it had a little lock icon on the game.
On, like, continue or whatever?
Or no, just on, like, start it.
What?
Yeah,
really?
It was like a little lock, and it goes, no, you can't play it. It just wouldn't let me. It says we can't acquire the license. And then I was like, wait, is it all the digital games? And then it was all the digital games.
Oh, my gosh.
All of them. Even ones that don't even use online. It was just like, no, you can't play any of these games you bought, supposedly.
Right.
Because we can't tell that you bought it.
That's stupid.
Why can't you make the license that you're trying to check on my system?
Right.
Right? Like, so say I buy it, and then I fucking Visa carded it up, right? You saw that I bought it. Mm-hmm. It's a thing that happened. And that transaction gets an imprint of a fucking license, and that license gets put on my hard drive.
That would make sense. Is
there you go.
Saved, like, in the cloud or, like, on the store?
I don't know where it is.
Because I can never get the PlayStation Store to work. Like, almost every single time I boot up my PS4 and go to the store, it's just blank blue or back. That's my only option.
Yeah.
And then I have to turn off my system, turn it back on. And sometimes even then it won't work after that. So, I don't know. But it's dumb.
So it's a reason to buy disc, but it seems like even when you buy a certain disc, it still checks the internet.
Yeah.
But I am definitely going to buy my next game as a physical copy.
I've always been a physical copy gal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty down with those. Mainly because I'm also a collector. So the collector in me is like, well, why would I want it on that hard drive when I can't carry it around and let someone borrow it or keep it on my shelf forever? Like,
and you got the fancy Dragon Age? What did you get?
I got the deluxe edition. So it's not the Inquisitor edition, which is the $170 one that sold out like 4 months before Dragon Age came out, and it made me very sad.
That's so much money, though. But yeah.
But this one, it was just like $10 more, and it came with some DLC.
Oh, okay.
But not actual like playable DLC, like armor and a mount and stuff like that.
Yeah. I was like, DLC already? Not really.
No, not that kind of DLC.
Well, I do. Yeah, I mean that's maybe another reason why people still do get drawn to buy the physical copy because they get the bonuses as well.
Yeah, and let's be honest, I really like looking at my game shelf.
Oh yeah,
I
people
really
still do.
Yeah,
mine's kind of pathetic. I need to get more over there. because it's so much digital.
Maybe you should start buying some physical copies.
We're doing it. So the other thing I'm playing, actually, I might finish it tonight, is I've been playing Far Cry 4. Mm-hmm. And, having a good time. I don't like the fact that you have to kill animals to make a wallet. Not a fan of that. Like, I have to kill, not mean animals.
Yeah. How many? Does it take one animal to make a wallet?
It takes multiple animals.
What kind of wallet are you making?
Well, here's what's weird. I forgot what the name of the animal is, but you have to kill, these big rhino-y kind of animals. Many of them for, a wallet.
What?
Yeah. And, what do you do the rest of the rhino? Do you just, toss them on the side? That seems like a waste.
That does sound like a waste. It better be a fucking nice wallet. I
guess it holds things. But there's, these really cute animals, and I have to, kill them, and they didn't even attack me, Weirdly enough, the fucking bird attacks me, and I don't think I would get to make anything out of him. There's a hawk that just attacks you out of nowhere. It's annoying. Anywho, here's the thing. We found out through the internet, and you might already know this, but you can beat the game in 15 minutes. Because they put an Easter egg in that in the beginning of the game, the main guy, fucking always forget his name, Min or something. Min, I think. He's charismatically evil guy. He's listen, enjoy this dinner. I'm not really evil. I'm going to go over here for a little while, and I'll be right back. And, of course, in the game, you're well, as soon as he's gone, I'm going to go explore and get the fuck out of here. He seems like a terrible person.
Right.
If you just hang out in that place for 15 minutes or so, he comes back, and you can beat the game.
What? Doesn't sound like a very fun game.
But I want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that they put that in there, that kind of different way to think about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so apparent that you're okay, that bad guy's gone. I'm going to go explore and get the fuck out of here and arm myself and go kill things. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
That's weird. I do want to try it now.
Also, it's a long-ass game. So, if I could just save all that, I don't have to kill all those people and those rhinos.
Do you get, the achievement or the trophy for beating the game?
I don't know. We'll see. I'll do it later. It'll take 15 minutes. So what else? What are you playing besides Dragon Age? So you can't play Dragon Age. We were talking about this before. Really? Because of what?
Because I have to finish the Uncharted series before the end of the year. And on my other podcast, the Seattle Retro Gaming Podcast, which has been on a very long hiatus, I think since these New Year's resolutions... No, we did the beer cast. Yeah. Whatever. It's been a long time. And so there was 3 of us, and we chose each other's New Year's resolutions of games that we have never played and other people like, but we just don't care. So my thing was I had to do the Uncharted series this year, and then Nate, one of the other hosts, has to play the Mass Effect series, and then Rob, another guy on our podcast, has to play KOTOR. And so I realized, hey, it's December, and you haven't played Uncharted 3 yet, Kinsey. Damn it.
That's not much time.
No. At least it's not very long. So I'm 4 hours in now. So I'm hoping to beat it this weekend and just be done with it. Because all I'm thinking about is going back to Dragon Age. You
should be, because it's amazing.
I want to go back to it.
And we're both kind of roughly in the same area, I think, right?
I think so. I'm 70 hours in, 80 hours in.
You're more hours in, but weirdly enough, because similar to Skyrim, the main missions are the main missions, and they take kind of about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So you just had the game longer and done more side missions, it seems like.
I just keep clearing out different areas.
Yeah. Although I feel like no area is ever really clear.
They do.
I mean, it's a ton of shit.
They do.
Do they? Mm-hmm. Does it go, all clear?
Oh, I wish it did.
like a Sega game?
Because I wish that, because I'll look at my map and there's no more quests and there's no more exclamation points and there's no more shards and all right. Is that it?
You mean war table map or map?
The map. When you're in the hinterlands and you look at your map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because isn't it some of the stuff comes... Yeah, some of the stuff appears...
Because of what you do on the war table.
Pro tip, by the way.
Yeah.
And that is, again, one of the biggest faults of this game, not explaining really what the fuck to do at times. And while that's great, and we both fucking love it, it's also a little bit of a hindrance.
Yeah, if you get more war table missions too if you talk to certain characters in certain ways. Mm-hmm. And in order to advance your relationship with them, sometimes your dialogue choices might open up something on the war table.
Yeah.
So
the pro tip number 2 is I got this from somebody. They said if you, it's not spoilery, but at some point you're at this place called Skyhold. Mm-hmm. It's a big place. That's all you need to know.
I've been there.
Yeah. It's really windy out. The wind is coming through the mics.
Yeah, it is. So this is us from Storm Central.
Storm Tracker, 2014, Seattle. It's full of wind chimes and wind. Maybe that's why the wind chimes are so crazy, by the way. They're normally you can hear them, but it's really windy out there.
It is pretty. It's supposed to be like 65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
And we're podcasting from the center of the storm. Whoa, I think I just saw the power flicker. We better hurry up and get this done. My pro tip number 2 is when you're in Skyhold, at some point go talk to Cullen. And you need to talk to him because he does have something about smugglers. Really vague here. And when you talk to him, like you said, something appears on a map somewhere.
Yep.
And you have to do that because I heard if you don't do that before something else happens, you'll never be able to do that. So that's the kind of stuff about, like talk to people, get that thing, and when you talk to those people.
Every single time I go back to Skyhold, I go around and I talk to every single person.
It is kind of laborious, but I've been doing a little more of that.
Yeah. Well,
except Vivian, fuck her.
Oh, fuck Vivian. But it was kind of easier in Dragon Age Origins because you were all at camp.
Oh, yeah,
So it wasn't that far. But in Dragon Age 2, it was kind of like this, where you're kind of spread out more. But,
you're spread out like crazy.
Yeah, for the longest time, until I looked at the map like a smart person would do, I was like, where the fuck did Cullen go?
Yeah. Well, and also when they get to Skyhold, again, no spoiler, it's just a big place. When you get there, like, they all go to their own little areas. Yeah. Like, in multi-level areas, you know? You're like, where's he hiding? Where's she hiding? But it's fun to talk to him, and I love the characters and stuff. It's great. I found a very interesting thing about when you're in Skyhold, you can't die, really, or get hurt. Because, I'm the guy who, like, tests weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I was out, like, I was far up in the castle somewhere, many floors up or whatever. And I needed to go talk to somebody, and I put it on the map, and it was like, well, I could go downstairs and go through all these things. Or I could just jump off of, like, the top of where I am and try to land near this other spot and then run over. So I jumped off of it, and it froze me in the midair like Matrix. Because it didn't know what to do. Because, like, I think in the real world, you get hurt if you jump too far. And it was like, I don't get what he's doing. So it froze me, and then it just dropped me. And he goes, oh, but I didn't get hurt at all.
Really? I've been walking on the rooftops a lot there.
Yeah, because you can.
Yeah.
So pro tip number 3, you can't pretty much die in Skyhold. So do any crazy thing you want.
Nice.
Just go jumping. If there's a place you need to get to, and you feel like, oh, if I could just jump there, then do it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That game is amazing. You're playing Uncharted. Uncharted 4 looks amazing. We'll talk about that later in the podcast. Look amazing. Are we done with this section? Because I need another drink.
Yeah. I have one on reserve that I already opened, and it's waiting for me.
Smart.
Right next to me.
We'll take a quick break, and I'll be back with a new drink, and we'll talk about the news.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
I didn't know that then, so then I ran out. I didn't have enough. I couldn't give them the other potions, like lyrium and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know I had to equip them.
Well, what's weird is that they make it seem like it's a group potions, but then it's not group potions. It's like a mixture. Because, it upgrades all of them together.
Potion, like health potion, is shared, whereas all the other ones aren't.
Right, not the regenerative ones either.
Right. And that's the one I was trying to do for that battle. And I was like, only I... Oh.
Actually, we should talk about that for a minute. I guess we are right now, although you're not on the mic officially. Is that the idea of... I don't think I like the idea of how they do potions in this game. Like most RPGs, I feel real comfortable, and even Diablo, those types of games, where I'm like, I know I have 47 potions. Or, I know the exact amount that I paid for. And if I fuck up, it's my own fault. But this one is like, even with the max that I have right now, is 12 potions.
Mm-hmm. That's what I have now.
Yeah.
I had 8.
Yeah, I had 8 too. 12, and again, it's shared 12.
Yeah.
Shared 12. You have 4 fucking people.
It's funny, though, because I run out occasionally, but then when I happen upon a supply cache, I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just heal everybody. I got all these potions, but I don't know if I'll walk back by here. I might as well use it. So, but I hardly ever see a supply cache, and I'm like, fuck, I'm out of potions. I'm going to die. I don't know what to do. Yes, a supply cache. That never happens.
The lights are flickering again. We might end this podcast early because it might just shut off on us. But if it doesn't, know that we talked about Dragon Age even after the power went out. Yeah. But no, that's the part of the thing where it frustrates me because it feels like it's an RPG, right? Mm-hmm. And at times it doesn't feel like one. You know, it feels an action game, Mass Effect story game, you know, where things just reset or replenish or, you know, touch that button and now you're all better. Aww. But, like, you're not like RPG, motherfucker. Like, no, I leveled up. I had 8 potions, you know, because I bought 8, you know, and each guy has one or whatever. Like, that's the part that bothers me. It just, and I don't know if that's just an artistic, you know, choice, because that's how they make games. Yeah. I mean, you think of Mass Effect, think of KOTOR. They're not, you know, that granular like an RPG, old school. So it's just weird because it has a lot of the trappings of that RPG in Skyrim, you know. But in Skyrim, it's so much more specific. Here's the thing, though. I do appreciate that you can kind of save wherever.
I do like that now. When the first couple games I played that had that feature, I was just like, what? Because now no one's going to understand when I'm like, hey, Mom, I can't stop playing. I have to get to a save point. Right. Like, that doesn't exist anymore, really. I mean, there's a couple games that still use it, but not very many.
And a lot of them do that one where we're going to save it whenever we think it's good to save it, like Diablo.
Oh, see, but Diablo made me mad in that instance, because I'd be like, but I want to stop playing now. Yeah. Which is funny because I stand up for save points, but...
You just went against yourself.
So... But in Diablo, it bothered me just because I thought, like, Diablo was so, like, I'm going to kill shit for a while and I'm going to play and I don't really care about the story and now I want to stop. Yeah. Oh, I can't stop? I got to go to the next checkpoint? Ugh.
And that really helps with Dragon Age. I mean, I feel like I do the things I want to do and then I got to go, you know? Like, I've already spent too much time in here. Yeah. It's been 3 hours, so I got to go. And so right wherever I am at that point, I'm going to save it. So, I don't know. It just kind of goes back and forth with me, being an RPG and being... whatever else it is.
Oh, it's so good.
It's still great.
It's so good.
It's still great. What else were we going to mention about before we leave it? Now that we're talking about it again was...
Oh, it was just the potions and dying and stuff like that.
Oh, dying. So I don't know how many of you have experienced this, but after Skyhold, and now there's trucks going by. I don't know what's going on. Oh. It's like, wait, is the world ending, Nancy?
Yeah, maybe everyone just like, it's like carpooling out of here.
Everyone's leaving. It's a hurricane happening. / end of world. The wind chimes don't even know what to do. And me and you are just podcasting.
We're pretty badass.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. We might be in the eye of the storm right now. But we're like, you know what, though? I don't like how they do health potions. And then, like, the roof goes off. I'd be okay with that, though.
I mean, there is another apartment upstairs, so...
Right. They have to go through that first.
They're going to go first.
Oh, if it's a hurricane, it's just depressing. Oh. So, I know recently I've been dying in Dragon Age where I feel I'm level 14. I feel capable. There's a couple areas that you open up kind of. There's some balancing issues where you open some place up and you're like, I probably can't fuck around here too much.
Yeah. I'm level 19. Ooh. And I finally took down a dragon.
Nice. Yeah. I wonder if you have to be that to do that.
I don't think so. And pro tip, I don't remember if I said this last time. If I did, whatever. Have Iron Bull in your party whenever you kill a dragon.
Oh, I think you did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He greatly approves.
He should. By the way, that also happens. I start seeing like Blackwall, who I have, who's a Grey Warden. He'll just like approve at weird shit. Like I picked up a plant or something, and he's like, I approve.
There's a couple characters for certain things you do. It does that. Like...
What the hell's going on outside? Should we still podcast?
I feel like your like whole fence just fell down outside.
I kind of want to look, but I also don't want to look. I think the outside world is gone. And there's only left but this laptop and 2 microphones. Oh, man. Well, we should just keep going.
All right, let's go for it.
What were you saying, though? Do you remember? It's hard.
No. Oh, no, I remember. Okay. So certain people, like when you... do a certain action, like for Iron Bullets killing dragons, they'll greatly approve. And I think it's Varric. I might be wrong. One of them, if you kill like a little group of Venatori, then they'll also approve. Like they'll slightly approve for that, but depending on what you're doing.
Yeah. I feel like I was just picking up elf root, and Blackwall was like, "Yeah, good job, buddy." I liked what you did there.
I don't really have him in my party anymore because I broke his heart.
Yeah, did we talk about that?
Yeah. Poor guy.
Well, don't worry, he's happy where I am.
He's got sad eyes.
He does. We're taking him out to the pub or brothel later. Yeah, we're gonna
have fun.
Yeah. So, anyways, that game's great, but I have been dying in some weird places where I'm like, I should be strong enough, and all of a sudden, like, I'll get hit with. I think it's mainly magic. I'm a warrior, so I get hit with some sort of magical something from a distance, and it'll be like half health gone, and then now you're dying. And
that's how it was with the dragon.
Really?
I just went invisible all the time.
But that seems like a flaw.
Maybe you're just not good enough.
Thanks. No, but
joking.
It's okay because I know it's not right because besides this one battle, which isn't like, it's not a dragon. That's my point.
Right.
It's another rift, or it's another big skirmish.
Do they have skulls on them? If the enemy has
skulls on them. I was supposed to look for that, yeah.
That means they're more than 4 levels ahead of you or whatever, and then they're going to have a damage bonus on you.
Oh, right, the bonus.
Yeah, so that means they're going to hurt you more, and they're going to kill you like in 1 or 2 hits.
I should look at that
Look for the skulls. If you see them, run the fuck away.
If it's not skulls, though, then it's broken.
Maybe.
Yeah, but if it is, then
break out the tactics menu.
Yeah, which I have been doing. You hit the big button on the PS4. What is that called? The touchpad?
I bump that all the time.
Excuse me. And yeah. I mean, all of a sudden your tactics mode. You're like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done it with, not even bosses, but like just serious big fights. And I usually use it to kind of just check out the shit. Like, what's going on? Because it's all crazy. And you're like, let me just pause and see what's happening. I don't really even use it for like, I'm going to make this guy go do this thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not turn-based thingy, which you can do. But it's more like, and this is a pro tip number 4. If you're getting like overwhelmed, you see one of your guys fall down, or girls, then just hit the big ass button and check it out for a minute. Because you might just be taking it out in the wrong way. Like the big boss guy who's in the skirmish, like, fuck up his little guys first. Mm-hmm. Go get the little guys first because you can kill them quicker or whatever.
Yeah, and they'll just pick away at you the whole time.
Yeah, they'll pick away at you the whole time. So
they're annoying.
I think hit that button every once in a while and check it out, and then go back and act accordingly. Well, that's enough Dragon Age talk. Let's get into some news. But that's a fucking great game, and I'm gonna play it as soon as you leave, if the house is still here. So here's some game news. We talked about this last episode, but the Game Awards were a thing that happened. We pinned them on our website as well. God bless Jeff Keighley for putting him on and helping put him on with a bunch of other people. It was super cool. It was 3 hours. I don't think I really want it to be 3 hours. What do you think about that?
Well, seeing as how I only watched half of it, it was great for me.
Oh.
But how long are like the Oscars and things like that? I mean, I don't really watch those, but they're like 3 hours too.
They
right?
are, but when you do watch something for 3 hours, you're like, well, I guess I'll use my iPad during this. Because it's a long time.
That's what I did, like while I was watching the Game Awards, what I did see. I was multitasking.
Yeah. So I guess if you do that, I mean, I still love it. It was great. The biggest concern I have and the biggest issue was that, again, it's the first one that they were kind of putting on themselves, is that they had mics on the floor for the audience, and the audience being like the regular people area, like just fans. Mm-hmm. And they were really excited and wooing up and woo, woo, woo. But the mics were like real close to him.
Oh.
So every once in a while you get like the dude being like, yeah, woo! And like to everything. And they left the mics on during sometimes videos.
Oh, that's annoying.
Either the beginning or end, or even sometimes through the whole thing. Like through the whole thing. Ugh. And you're trying to get into the, whatever they're showing. So I'll tweet this out. But yeah, next year don't keep the mics on for the audience. And other than that, Conan O'Brien was on it. They showed Zelda.
Oh my gosh, it looked wonderful.
Looked wonderful. And what's his name? Kondo did that piano Zelda thing. And then Imagine Dragons played. They showed No Man's Sky. And they fucking had a musical performance from the song from No Man's Sky. Mm-hmm. And it was awesome. It was like, I would watch that separately. So I just think overall it was awesome. You think as well? Well, for what you saw.
From what I saw, yes. And, of course, I went through the winners and everything after the fact. I had to go meet my friend at a bar. You know who you are.
Nice.
Interrupting the Game Awards. But, I don't know. I thought it was great. And it is kind of the only place that Trey Parker can beat out Kevin Spacey in an acting role.
That is. It's a little weird, but yeah.
Weird,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll take it.
He did a lot more voices. I don't know.
He did like every voice.
Yeah.
For the most part. But I was a little bit like, Big B Wolf should have won.
Oh, yeah.
He did such a good job.
Yeah, I think so, too. Well, 1.93 million people watched it.
That's crazy.
Which, by the way, is up 75% increase over the fucking waste of a show last year.
The Spike ones? The Spike TV Awards?
The poop ones, you mean?
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, the poop ones. And especially last year.
Oh, it was painfully awkward last year.
Joel
And I like Joel McHale, which
he can exist outside of that show.
Yeah, he can never come back and do Game Awards again.
Never do that again, yeah. So yeah, everybody else agreed with you/me. They liked it. So yay, Jeff Keighley. Next up is the PlayStation Experience happened.
That also happened. It was a big gaming weekend.
Yes, I was tied to my television watching some of it streaming.
I was at a beer festival.
I was drinking beer. Nothing different. Well, what was cool about it is, besides the fact that they held a lot of exclusives for that show, which is kind of a fan-oriented show, which I thought was really nice of them. Like, hey, we're going to show you 15 minutes of Uncharted 4.
It looked so awesome.
It looked beautiful. I put a blog entry up, or somewhere on our website went up, about Nathan Drake's chest hair moves in the wind.
And why shouldn't it?
Why shouldn't it?
You know whose chest hair should also move in the wind? Varric's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just showing it off all the time.
All the time.
I get annoyed with that stuff. I just get rid of it.
What?
Yeah, I hate it.
Well, you're no Varric.
I'm sure not. I'm also not a dwarf. And blonde. I believe he's blonde, right?
He's like reddish.
We're way off topic now, but PlayStation Experience, great event. Kudos to them for doing it. But here's kudos number 2. They put every panel from the weekend, a PlayStation Experience, on the internet for you to watch.
I feel like every expo or whatever should do that.
Yes. I mean, A, all of us can't go to everything. Mm-hmm. And B, there's like tons of very inspiring moments that happen on those panels. So yeah, 29 videos are up right now. We'll put the link in the show notes, but fucking go watch
29?
29.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. The fact that they videotaped them and coded them, being an editor, I know, you got to put them all together and then put them up. So check that out, PlayStation Experience. Good. Kudos, 2 rounds. Game Awards and PlayStation Experience.
Yay, so much positive gaming. This is fantastic from what it was.
Yes. From the ashes of the Spike Awards comes 2 new PlayStation things. By the way, PlayStation's killing it right now.
Yeah, it is. I don't even have Xbone, so Xbox One.
Oh, that's a fun segue, actually. It's not on the list, but... or maybe it is. Tomb Raider. Supposedly, Rise of the Tomb Raider is supposed to be an exclusive. That was a big deal for a while. People were saying, like, how the fuck are you going to do that? And then something came out saying, like, well, maybe it's not. It'll probably come to PC and PS4.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, how can it not?
Yeah, I mean, it should. I mean, isn't the PlayStation 4, like, selling way better? And we saw what happened to, D4 when that was... Granted, that's, like, way smaller. But there might not be a second one now.
Yeah.
Because it, like, sold so poorly. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe if it was on more platforms, it would have done better. Because, I mean, I don't know a lot of people who have an Xbox One. Yeah. Most of my friends are all PS4.
Me too.
Which is backwards, because last generation, I played everything on the 360.
I really did too.
Yeah.
I played everything on the 360. Also, I like the interface better of the... Man, I love the interface better of the online and the dashboard of the 360 for the longest time.
I did too.
And then now, it's not like it's super better, the PS4's. It hasn't changed a lot.
Nah.
But it's added that kind of interesting what's happening kind of home screen.
Social media-ish.
Social media-ish, yeah. And that I kind of like it. I have actually used a little bit of it. Like, like on the internet, I look at this person did this broadcast of this game that I want to see. Mm-hmm. Or friends did something. You know, like, that's kind of cool.
I get a lot of things, like notifications on my phone that it's like, someone liked your activities on the PSN. And I'm like,
really?
What? Yeah. Well, I downloaded the PlayStation app.
Oh, so if you want to do that, that happens.
Yeah.
And you put push notifications on.
I think it's like default, but
okay.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool because you can also get your messages through your phone.
Oh, yeah. So you don't have to type with your dumbass controller.
Because I have like a little USB keyboard I'll hook up sometimes, but that's also a lot of work.
Yeah.
I have to go get it.
I was listening to you / the wind chimes, and I also thought I heard sirens. Just letting you know. They're there.
Oh, they are there.
Yeah.
This is
I think we really are in the middle of a storm.
This is the end of the world as we
know it. It might be, yeah. I'm so glad we're talking about video games. That's the best thing. And we're drinking. Let's cheers.
Yeah. If I'm going to die in a storm, I might as well be talking about video games while I'm on my way out.
There's like multiple sirens going. I want you to wait to drive home later. And we're in Magnolia, by the way, which is a very small section of Seattle, which doesn't have cops or sirens ever.
So
I think something happened.
Something's pretty fishy. Maybe that big thump was like a car
big thump,
running into your backyard.
Watch, it gets louder and louder, and it like shows up here because something fell over in our yards.
That was really loud. So I mean,
this is on the podcast. Let's keep going because we'll show how much of a true warrior we are.
We're troopers.
Trooper podcasters. So another Tomb Raider thing is that there's a miniseries going to be made. Tomb Raider miniseries. From the creator, the actor, writer, and director is best known for as Matt from MTV's Teen Wolf. What? I didn't know MTV had a Teen Wolf.
I didn't either. I saw the movie in the 80s. He played basketball.
Yeah, that was Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Steven... Oh, wait, then there was also Jason Bateman. They made Teen Wolf 2.
Yeah, they
Jason
did
Bateman.
Yeah.
Which they shouldn't have. But Teen Wolf 1 was not bad.
It wasn't bad. It was an 80s movie.
And Michael J. Fox was hot, so they're like, yeah, I'll believe that.
Yeah.
He jumped really high.
He did jump really high. Man, that's all it took to be a good actor back in the 80s. I should have started back then.
Oh, and then put some makeup on. He was a
very good actor.
He's a very good actor, let's just say. So, anyways, the miniseries happening. Where is it going to? I can't read.
Is it like live action?
Yes, it is. There's a little bit of a...
Is it on MTV? I hope not.
Oh, I know, because it's from the MTV's guy. In an Instagram post published today, Stephen Lunsford, the creator of it, says the miniseries will be a prequel to the upcoming game, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Both the game and the movie, already in development, are based on the 2013 game Tomb Raider. Blah, blah, blah. Lunsford previously did promotional work for Crystal Dynamics, writing and directing a series of short ads, like the one below. Oh, so the ad they show on their website is live action, so I'm just guessing it is, but it's a mini-series, I feel like it is. So yeah, that's the thing that's happening.
All right.
I like Tomb Raider, so...
I do as well.
I'd watch it.
I think video game movies are getting slightly better. They always have a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think they're getting better. I mean, like, I did enjoy Silent Hill. I know a lot of people didn't. I liked it. And I liked Hitman, and, like, I think they're on a slow upward swing.
Yeah. And in other news, The Last Guardian is still happening. And recently, they were talking about the reason why it's really going to happen is because the creator, which I will now get the name of because I didn't put that in my notes, and you already know, I thought you're video game people.
I know some things. I just don't know everything.
Last Guardian creator, it's from Team Ico, and it's Itokui. No, I'm trying to say Japanese now. That's not going to work. Let's just get to the news. Is that basically they were saying, like, the game's happening now under entirely new creative terms. That was something that came out. And I was like, oh, that's the reason why it's been fucking stuck. Something happened, and now something was decided.
Like creative differences?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now it's going forward for realsies. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I hope it happens. I don't know. It's one of those things that I heard about a while ago, and I was really excited for it, and then it took forever, and then it kind of fell off my radar.
Yeah.
And I saw, like, a headline about this exact story, like, what, yesterday?
Yeah. I think it was yesterday, yeah. Yeah, so it's directed by Fumito Ueda. I think that's the name I was thinking about. Team Ico, basically.
And Ico's damn good.
Yeah.
That girl's annoying, though.
Yeah. That might be the first time she's been called annoying on a podcast. Or have people said that before?
I always thought she was annoying. She's like on a ledge, like a foot off the ground.
It's like a little puppy.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can't get... Oh, fine, I'll come help you.
Yeah, fine. There's not really a lot of news here. It's just it's kind of I don't know if it was a tweet or a message or it went all over the internet all of a sudden because people are very excited about this game. As well, they should be. But this idea that something happened under new creative terms where it's a go, but it should have been a go for fucking 2009 is when we talked about it. I think that's when they pitched it or something. It was like a fuck ton of years ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, this happens to games all the time. Remember when they first pitched 2 Human?
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be on the 64, and it came out on the 360.
Oh, imagine 2 Human on the 64. Oh, my goodness. It was already kind of, like, not super. But it would have been garbage on the 64.
Or it would have been one of those hidden gems on the 64 that nobody played.
That you talk about in videos.
Yes, and it could have been worth like $1 million.
All those things could have happened.
No one needs Sculptor's Cut. You need Hitman on the 64. Nope. It's already gone.
You're gone. I'm surprised that we're even talking because we're in the middle of a storm and we're a little bit jostled now.
I just keep like hearing stuff outside and I keep completely losing my train of thought.
And the wind chimes is a gentle reminder. It's a gentle reminder that we all might die. It's like, just so you know, chime, chime, chime. It's still fucked up out here. Chime, chime, chime.
Pretty much. Ugh.
On to the next news story.
Yeah, so there's no 2 Human on the 64.
There isn't.
There's not.
By the way,
it's not Hitman.
I did play 2 Human, though, at some point finally, and I was like, not that bad.
It's kind of all right.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, calm the fuck down, haters. It's an okay game.
It's like Time Shift. People shat on Time Shift as well, and I thought it was cool.
Well, that is a good game.
I know, you can like speed it up and rewind time to like do the puzzles and get across floaty platform. It's fun.
Like, I did our first re-review on the website for Remember Me. The fighting isn't the greatest. It's very combo heavy. But the story and like going into old memories, it's really cool. Like you basically change memories. So I love it. News, 2 more things. One, our website. There was an article on our website for crazy facial animation for a video game that's coming out called Until Dawn, which I showed you.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks a little Uncanny Valley in the beginning of it. Later on, it looks not as much so.
Yeah. The beginning of that, I guess, it's not really a trailer. But, like, the beginning, it is kind of weird. But it looks nice.
Yeah, it looked kind of creepy nice in the beginning. And, again, Uncanny Valley. And then it kind of turns more robotic-y in the way they're walking around.
Yeah, it looks very alpha-y. Like, it's not ready.
Yeah. But Until Dawn was shown off, actually, I think, at the Game Awards or PlayStation Experience.
They're kind of melded together now as far as announcements go.
The Game Experience or the PlayStation Awards. And in the trailer, I was a little frustrated, especially with, some of the stuff that's going on with women in gaming. And it was like a girl in a towel out of the shower running from a madman. I was like, oh, damsel in distress, and this is going to get real bad, That's like every horror movie from like 1970 to 2000. Like, yeah. And still, yeah. But then this video that we have on the website, just go to the website. It's on the homepage. It showed more of like, the actual game and some people who are clothed. And it seems interesting. It looks like Heavy Rain.
I loved Heavy Rain.
Well, then you'd like this.
I really liked it a lot.
Until Dawn. Check it out. This is about a creepy murderer and some people.
Depends on how creepy it is, though. I don't do well with scary.
I don't either. And part of what they showed at the PlayStation Awards game experience thingy, one of them is that, the guy's like, oh, I'm going to show you a video. And it's this person getting cut, like dismembered or something. And then this one will do to you. And then runs after you.
Oh, that's scary.
Well, not scary, gross.
Yeah, gross, scary. Yeah.
But gross, you're with me on this, right? The gross is dumb.
It is kind of gross.
But scary's okay.
Gore usually doesn't bother me that much. A little bit.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the Texas Chainsaws or any of that shit?
No, I'm not a huge, like, gore doesn't bother me, but I don't seek it out.
Yeah, good.
Like, I'm not going to watch, like, torture porn,
Yeah. Which a ton of movies still are nowadays.
Yeah, like, there's moments in some of the Saw movies.
Yeah.
I guess there was a game, whatever. That I was just like, oh, God, I can't watch it. It looks so painful.
Well, I didn't watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when anyone steps on glass. in movies like Die Hard. Nope.
Although that's such an iconic moment, though.
I know, but stepping on glass is like nails on a chalkboard to me.
I know, because I've stepped on glass.
I know, it sucks. You have to pick it out.
The worst part of stepping on glass, to have a glass tangent for a minute, is that you don't know if you got it all, or like it's so like a silent killer. What would we say in the beginning?
You think
it's a silent reviver. No, that doesn't work.
You think you got it, and then you take a step, and you're like, oh,
there's more in there.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's like hidden. It's like the hidden enemy.
Made of glass.
Is that the name of the podcast?
We'll figure it out.
All right. I'm trying too hard. The Silent Reviver Hidden Enemy? Is that the name of the podcast?
Just string them all together.
All together. No, the name of this podcast is We Are in a Hurricane. Like, it's going to be something to do with Hurricane 2014.
Yeah. We should walk around after this and see what that noise
the disaster. See how we don't have a door anymore. The other last piece of news was nothing that you care about. But EA has that subscription service, which is all the talk and the fact that it's weird, it's good, it's not maybe all the games you want, it's interesting. It's also sucky if everybody does it, because if everybody does it, then I'm paying Ubisoft $30 and I'm paying EA $30.
Yeah, I don't
that's
want
too much. But right now they have a bunch of games, mostly sports games, FIFA, Madden, that kind of stuff, Call of Duties. But they added UFC.
Yeah.
And I love UFC. So I don't think it'll get me to still buy it, but it's piqued my interest.
It's a little bit more intriguing now.
Yeah, it's a big game.
What's your favorite sports game?
NBA 2K. Yeah, easy. I mean, it's the most forward. It's like future games. Like, it looks amazing. Like, when people walk in, they go, "Oh, you're watching basketball."
Nice choice.
Yeah. But I would say UFC's real close, because it does get you that kind of, you get to make a character, you feel like you're really working on a fighter, and I think it's pretty good.
I guess that's kind of cool, adding that element of it.
Yeah.
Where you are the one going through the ranks of the UFC. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. But no, my favorite's Mario Strikers.
Oh, that is a good
The
game.
original, not that crappy-ass Wii one where the score can be like 1,000,000, because that's not fucking soccer.
I think that one went on sale immediately. You're right, because I think people didn't buy that one.
I didn't like that one as much.
You're talking about GameCube one.
Yeah, the GameCube Super Mario Strikers is where it's at. It's so good.
It is really good. I remember being surprised by that. I was like, what? Should I like this much? This is really fun.
It's incredibly fun.
I don't have a GameCube right now, I just realized.
I do. I have two.
Can I have one?
No.
Why do you have two?
Well, one's my Spice, so it's a Japanese one.
Oh, okay.
And then my other one is the black one.
Oh, yeah.
But my Spice one is also modded, so I can play Japanese and American games. And it's beautiful. I wanted a Spice GameCube for like years.
What Japanese game do you have that you like on that?
I own 2 Japanese games.
Okay.
I own Mr. Driller and Wind Waker.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Driller, they're both games you've played.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell you about... Oh, you haven't played the Earthbound series. Is that...
I played half of the first Earthbound. I know. I'm that person who, like, I liked it, but I wasn't, like, in love with it.
It's fine.
I was
going to mention Mother.
But... And then I got a mushroom on my head, and I hated life.
Well, that's it. That's all the news, and we'll end on the mushroom on your head. I think that's all that we have. We have to go, like, batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
Because I think the world's going to end outside. But I want to remind everybody to go to the website. We're doing a big push on Video Game Break where you can join up. We have a fact page, so you can see all the information about posting articles. We're a WordPress site. We're not super fancy. So if you understand WordPress, you know how to post on our website. If you don't, I put a little FAQ link to WordPress and be like, hey.
FAQ? Like an FAQ?
Yeah.
I've never heard someone say that as a word before.
Like facts? Should I say it facts?
It's FAQ. It's frequently asked questions.
Oh, so I can say frequently asked questions or FAQ, but I can't say FAQ?
Yeah.
I think you can.
I don't think you can.
I think another wall fell down somewhere. Well, anyways, there's a frequently asked questions about WordPress on the Join Us page, and there's a actual FAQ page. So check it out. You don't need to know much, and I want to remind everybody that you don't have to be a writer or an expert person at doing things on the internet. You can embed a video that you made, and that be a post.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Right, if Kinsey can do it. So go ahead and join us. And also we have a social network side of things, so you can make a profile. It's not very fancy in the profile, basic stuff. You can add images for a gallery and friend people. But we did add chat, so there's an in-game chat. And there's a thing called the lounge, which is where anybody just say anything, and it kind of stays up there for a while. Kind of like a message board, but live.
Oh, that's cool.
And our friend Robbie found it, and he's kind of a coder. And so he promptly broke it and made like tons of different weird HTML things happen, and it was funny. But then I was like, Robbie, stop it.
Please don't break our website.
Please don't. I mean, it's okay, but stop it. So it's back to normal. If you saw it for a minute, it was like pretty crazy. So yeah, go check it out. There's tons of stuff to do over there, and we're just looking for more people to post because I want to be the place where people can put up whatever they want to talk about and then get it promoted. So that's fine. All right, Kenzie, where are you on the internet?
I am on Twitter at Kinzilla, Kinzilla. You can also find me on YouTube's. I contribute to the Metal Jesus Rocks channel, youtube.com/MetalJesusRocks. And you can find me at Video Game Break, which is videogamebreak.net, or on Twitter at videogamebreak.
Thank you very much. And I'm at ONAWA, Onawa on Twitter. And like you said, at Video Game Break on Twitter. Videogamebreak.net, Facebook.com/videogamebreak. I think that's it. We might have a Tumblr. I always forget what that's called, but Tumblr.videogamebreak. And as we're saying this, 2 minutes ago, Jason, Metal Jesus, actually retweeted us saying, we're getting ready for a podcast. So he's really happy that we're doing one.
Yay, he
Thanks,
listens.
Jason. Oh.
Hi.
Hi, Jason. What's going on? We have to get him back on the podcast in January.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
All three of us.
Wait,
we haven't done that. Yeah. Let's book that.
Yeah.
End of January, Jason will come on. We'll do Metal Jesus, Kinsey, Carlos.
Deal.
Done. That's it. We think you're great for listening, and so long.
Bye, thanks.
Wish us luck because it's a hurricane.
Help!
Hold on to my Dragon Age game. Oh, wait, I don't have one. It's digital.